So what's up guys? Today I want to speak to you about WoW Classics again and just my theory of how it will turn out to be while leveling. So I most likely won't be focusing on any particular quest or anything like that, except for this one, which I'm going to do now. And at the end, feel free to tell me whether or not you disagree or agree with me. I really don't mind. So recently I started leveling on a Wrath of the Lich King server with 4 times more XP. Only that character had it, or whoever bought it. That character was not mine, I was merely just helping out a friend. Meanwhile, I'm also leveling this Warlock, and on retail I'm also leveling my main character, which will be a Paladin, which I probably won't raid this expansion. I'm just chilling with it, mostly just enjoying my time, you know, getting achievements while leveling, etc, etc. I mean, you could really notice the difference because I've been leveling this Warlock for ages, and on Wrath server it was just a lot easier as well, and on retail obviously a hell of a lot easier. So the question begs, which one is more fun for me? Which one is more fun for you or your neighbor or whoever, really? And I understand it's all subjective, so obviously everyone will have their own opinion what was more fun. But I don't know, I can't say that I've been enjoying leveling, the leveling part of vanilla, as much as I have on retail, for instance. Now, if you haven't played retail for a long time, besides the fact that it's easier, which is not the thing which makes me think it's more fun, I think it's a shit show, to be honest. I wouldn't mind having the low rates, like on vanilla, where your levels actually matter. You know, you get to have something fun every single level, even if it means just putting 1 point somewhere, you know. But what they have introduced is very kind of strict chapters of every zone. But in Legion you get to do 3 to 9 chapters per zone, and once you have completed all of the chapters you get an achievement for the zone. Similar to what you got when you complete like 70 quests in Hellfire in Outland, for instance in Wrath. But now instead it's a set amount of chapters instead of quests per zone, which makes it kind of a quest progression system, or whatever you want to call it. So what difference does it make? And yes, I did die, if you're wondering. That's why there was such a big cut. Why does it matter that retail has chapters, designed quest chains, rather than, you know, you have to discover and pick up, etc.? Well, on one hand, it's more fun because you kind of have already done everything at this point. If you put yourself in someone's shoes that has played for years, literally, like there's not going to be anything new like that. For instance, I leveled Duskwood yesterday. It was still Ravenhill quest chain. It was still Moldarin or whatever his name. I can't remember names, sorry. It was still the same thing, but it felt refreshing, kind of, just to see and even get an achievement. But anyways, that's why I think that kind of leveling is a bit more fun. Again, especially since you have done the whole thing so many times, right? But of course, you can say whatever you want, right, about leveling, how easy it is on retail. It is. I completely agree with you. There's no challenge. There's no challenge at all. Even after the changes, I just tried. They made it so that NPCs have more health. I'm still two-shotting them as a paladin. It's ridiculous. So there, I think vanilla has a very good point in the fact that you have to like manage health, you have to manage mana, etc, etc. So what is my point? My point is that back then, World of Warcraft, you can argue how much ever you want that other games existed with the same type. Nothing was as big as World of Warcraft. And back then I'd say that people had a big and back then I'd say that people just had different kind of mindsets to things. And especially because this world was totally new. Everything in it was new. Today, it's not new at all. Unless you just started playing, obviously. then it's totally new. So how does this affect WoW Classics, you ask, right? For one, again, I don't care if the world is exactly the same as on this private server but on retail. I couldn't care. But what I'm saying is that a lot of people will start playing and then most likely just quit because there's nothing else to it. And that, I'd say, is fine, you know? Can you stop interrupting me, please? Jeez, this was annoying. So how was this a problem again? I just had to kill that guy because he was annoying. The problem is that I'd say that Blizzard will make the exact same mistake as they have done in the past. They will listen to the majority, which, as a company, they should. You know, they're there for making money, nothing else. Let's not pretend that this is some kind of charity game, you know. But it essentially will obviously destroy things. And now, especially because people have this mindset already of how World of Warcraft should be, because retail, you know, retail exists there, and Blizzard knows that it's working for the audience they have. And let's not pretend that because they lost big of their audience, it means that, you know, they will start listening to it. That's not going to happen. That's a fairy tale, you know. So while I believe that Blizzard will definitely add vanilla as it was, perhaps with stupid freaking imp. So while I believe that Blizzard will do the right thing and add vanilla of how it was, they will get feedback from players who don't like it almost immediately, most likely. And to be truthful, I would see myself as one of those people who would probably complain, but I can see the bigger picture that it's a lot more fun for people this way. People want it this way, so let them have it, you know. I'm actually going to support WoW Classics, even if I hate leveling this warlock. Do you know why it's taking me so long to get to this level? I mean, come on. I'm obviously not enjoying it as much as I could, most likely. So again, like, what's the problem? Blizzard will change things most likely eventually, right? Just as they have done in the past. So let's say that they will. We definitely know that they will after a while change stuff. How did that fear just get? Holy crap. It's a problem mainly for Blizzard because same thing will just occur again. Private servers will start popping up and boom, they lose their audience. Now, do I really believe that this video will change Blizzard's opinion? No, I don't. I don't. I don't think Blizzard even watches big YouTubers chat, like, videos about opinions and shit. I don't think they do. So again, what's the point here, really? Point here is that it sounds very bad, I know, but you can make a difference by QQing on the forums. That I have a video upcoming on this Friday that will show kind of how the forums work on retail forums. It's a mess. It's holy shit. And it's like Reddit #2, you know? It's a second version of Reddit. But you know, it definitely works. It definitely works. I see countless of people just crying their asses off, and it works. Blizzard actually listens to them for some odd reason. I don't know why. I can't put two and two together. It's just how the world works nowadays. You have to cry and then you get stuff. With that being said, I don't think that you should go the same route, but you know, if Blizzard will again screw up and they will destroy something you like, you know what, you definitely should. I mean, if being better doesn't, if being more mature doesn't work, obviously then nothing works. So it's kind of Blizzard's fault, you know. But oh well, in any case, if you think that Blizzard will screw up this again, which I think they will, feel free to tell me your theory, if they will, if they won't, you know. It's, I think. I mean, we don't know what will happen, but I just feel like it will. So in any case, I guess that finishes it off. Thank you guys for watching, as always. leave a comment of what you think, and have a nice day. Cheers.